everyone, welcome. So today we're going to cover some questions, a little Q&A for those that sent me questions. Thank you. Feel free to send me any more questions that you'd like, and I'll do more videos like this, answering as many of your questions as possible. So I took 5 questions, and I want to address them. Hopefully it answers some questions you may have. One of the questions we have is, does karate build muscle? So karate is obviously, it can be a workout, and at the end of the day, it really depends on how you're training. I don't want to say karate itself builds muscle. Obviously, if you incorporate weight training into your workouts, then the answer would be yes. If you're just running through motions, like maybe you're just doing kata, but you're not really training hard while you're doing it, in the sense of, I don't know, body vest or something which makes it even complicated, you know, you're just running through the motion, then obviously that's not going to build muscle. Karate training, building muscle, it really depends how you're training. You know, obviously if you're doing push-ups, it's going to build muscle. You're doing your sit-ups, any body weight training, you know, planks or anything which is using body weight, you know, like squats, pistol squats, things like that, that's going to build muscle. So it's kind of a yes-no answer. It really comes down to how you're training. You want to build muscle, then put in work and get some tough drills in there. Okay, so let's see another one. How often should I train karate? So how often you should train? You know, this really depends on you. So obviously, the more you train, the better you're going to get, the faster you're going to advance, and you want to mix up your training. So let's say I tell people you need to do at least 2 to 3 times a week, consistency, set a time, you know, at least a good hour if you can. You know, if you can do more, awesome. If you can't do it, you know, if it's 30 minutes, you know, something is better than nothing, but consistency is key. You know, if you can train 6 days a week, train 6 days a week. So the more you train, the better, but regardless of how long or how much each duration is, how much time you spend, you should be consistent. You know, set some time up religiously for yourself. You know, if it's Tuesday, Thursday, or Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you know, whatever it is. And it's also good to build yourself a schedule, you know, so that way you don't know what's coming. Most people lack structure. So let's say we're doing 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Well, Monday can be you know, techniques. On Wednesday, you can do kata, and on Friday, you can do just training or incorporate it, you know. So maybe in those 3 classes, you know, you have 15 minutes of just conditioning, another 15 minutes of kata, another 15 minutes of kumite, and then another 15 minutes where you can go back to one of the other key points. You know, always do your kihon, you know, basics. So consistency is key. The more you train, the faster you're going to advance. Simple as that. Like anything else, really. So let's see. Is karate a cardio workout? It most definitely can be a cardio workout. If you're out there jumping around and moving, with or without a partner, if you're doing kumite, obviously it's cardio. If you are, even if you're just practicing kumite drills, just moving around, bouncing around, keeping moving, you know, increasing the pace, slowing it down, it's definitely a cardio workout if you turn it into. It's just like the weight training. It's just like the muscle question. It really comes down to how you're training. You know, the training makes all the difference. All right, let's see another one. How long does it take to earn a black belt? Oh, this is a great question, actually. So this varies, honestly. So a black belt is just a rank that basically means you have learned the basics. Most people see a black belt as the end. The truth is the black belt's kind of the beginning. So in martial arts, this isn't even about style. It's not about karate or taekwondo or tangsudo or kung fu or whatever it may be. So understand that to get a black belt, it means you've made it through all the basics. You have a very general idea of whatever style you're practicing. And at the black belt level is where you start to, I don't want to say be corrected or given a more in-depth understanding of what's going on. You know, something as simple as, for example, you know, when you're a white belt and it's day one, you're doing high blocks and straight up, and you think it's a high block, but then later on, maybe you discover that it's actually a strike. It can be a strike, and it's not a block, it's a strike. And as you keep advancing, then you start learning that it can be used in many ways, you know? And so that's really what it means to be a black belt. So remember, earning a black belt could take you legitimately, honestly, this is my opinion, 5 to 7 years. It comes down to how consistent you are in your training. Obviously, there's schools where they'll fly you through a black belt in 3 years or less. And, you know, if that makes you happy, that's great. But at the end of the day, you know, what's wrapped around your waist really doesn't matter. Or what certificate you have saying that you're a 9th degree black belt, 10th degree, that stuff's really relative. Because at the end of the day, your skills are what matter. You know, your ability to perform and your understanding of it. To this day, like I know many higher ranks, very, you know, grandmaster type, or people that kind of have proclaimed themselves a specific rank, and they don't really have a true understanding of what they're doing. They're basically doing what somebody else told them to do. So keep in mind, there's a lot of instructors in the world, but there's much fewer senseis. And that's not to devalue anyone, but as a black belt, it's your job to go out and learn and kind of question and try to understand the why you're doing specific movements. So, you know, again, back to the question, which is how long does it take? 5 to 7 years to, you know, just have your basic entry-level black belt. You just got your black belt, but the truth is, it's a lifelong study to become a black belt, and you advance. You know, even if your rank doesn't change, you know, you don't get a different piece of paper or a little line on your black belt. You should be evolving and learning what techniques are, and just searching for more understanding. Cross-training helps a lot with that. All right, so how do I choose a good karate school? Okay, so how do you choose a good karate school? Well, I'm not going to say, let's take it out, it's not even karate. Let's just say, how do you choose a good martial arts school? So this goes back to doing your homework. So, you know, like if you're looking for a new car or a college to go to, you would probably do your homework, right? You would look at reviews, maybe go test drive it, go check out the campus. You know, you would actually go and see and feel for yourself. So same thing goes when you're looking for a karate school, martial arts school. You know, I don't know where you are, so maybe you're limited to your options, but at the end of the day, you're looking for someone that has experience. You know, don't be fooled by walking into a facility that looks super nice and it has great marketing. Honestly, some of the best instructors in the world are not in the nicest facilities. Some of the best instructors in the world are at rec centers or a little hole in the walls, or they do small group classes twice a week, maybe at a high school, or elementary school. So you just have to go out and look, and you need to ask the right questions. Things like, do they go to tournaments? What organizations do they belong to? Just sit down and talk to them. Maybe try a class if it's for, maybe it's not for you, maybe it's for somebody else, or a child, a nephew, things like that. See the feedback that you get. You know, are they trying to sell you? Are they trying to force you to sign up? So play all on that. You know, when we get someone new to come in, you know, we don't force them. We want people here that want to be here, and we let them try class a couple times, you know, feel them out. You know, we've actually turned people away. You know, sometimes it has to work for you. So whatever it is you're looking for, if you're looking for, you know, to go into like a cage fight, then it definitely makes no sense for you to be at a school which is recreational and doesn't go to tournaments, or they don't go to competitions.